Welcome to the Daily Reflection for Saturday, January 11th. The Gospel passage for today's daily Mass comes to us from the third chapter of St. John's Gospel. It reads, Jesus and his disciples went into the region of Judea, where he spent some time with them baptizing. John was also baptizing in Aenon near Salim, because there was an abundance of water there and people came to be baptized, for John had not yet been imprisoned. Now a dispute arose between the disciples of John and a Jew about ceremonial washings. So they came to John and said to him, Rabbi, the one who is with you across the Jordan, to whom you testified, here he is baptizing, and everyone is coming to him. John answered and said, No one can receive anything except what has been given from heaven. You yourselves can testify that I said I am not the Christ, but that I was sent before him. The one who has the bride is the bridegroom. The best man who stands and listens for him rejoices greatly at the bridegroom's voice. So this joy of mine has been made complete. He must increase, I must decrease. Today's gospel passage is similar to many other passages found throughout the Synoptic Gospels, where there's arguments and disagreements about the actions of Jesus. However, in this case, St. John the Baptist very quickly resolves the situation with the final line of today's selection. He must increase, I must decrease. St. John the Baptist is affirming he is not the Christ, so everything that he did was in preparation for Jesus and for his ministry and for his eventual suffering, death, and resurrection. Also, St. John the Baptist adds an important insight that Jesus is the bridegroom, the one whom people are waiting for to fulfill their deepest desires as a bride is waiting for her future husband. So arguments, disagreements about Jesus appear throughout sacred scripture, but St. John the Baptist provides some great clarity and insights that hopefully can help us throughout this new year. Again, especially his insight that all of us must allow Jesus Christ to increase in our lives so that by our decreasing, his grace, his mercy, his love can fill our hearts and minds. And Jesus should be the object of our desire, the object of our longing. And for many people, this may look a little different, but the bottom line is that our happiness, our peace comes from being close to Christ. So again, the more we allow him to increase in our lives, the more we let him guide our thoughts, actions, and deeds, the more we will decrease in our own sinfulness, decrease in our own pride, and again, can truly be individuals that let the grace, mercy, and love of our God guide and help us. But to be truthful too is that there's going to be times where we maybe don't bring Christ into certain aspects of our lives. And that's where maybe a challenge for this new year is maybe we feel like we can't be our most faithful selves in certain contexts. We can't be our most faithful selves at work. We can't be our most faithful selves among our family members. And that's where hopefully through our personal prayer and discernment, we can figure out how we can bring our faith into more and more aspects of our lives, because that is where we will receive abundant graces if we make those sacrifices, if we make those commitments, if we allow ourselves to be vulnerable. And on top of it, St. John the Baptist makes it abundantly clear. All we have to do is let Christ increase, and we have to let ourselves decrease. So maybe in some senses we overthink our witness to Christ. Maybe we overthink how we should be witnessing to him throughout this world. But again, it just comes down to this very simple and, to be truthful, a very direct way of being in the world. Christ has to increase, we have to decrease, so that his light, his love, his mercy, his grace can truly be the source of salvation, the source of inspiration, the source of hope, not only in our lives, but in the lives of those we interact with. And again, if we can make some progress in that area, we'll not only bless ourselves in 2025, but we'll bless those who we interact with. Thanks for listening, and have a blessed day.